So you're thinking about unlocking the Sledgehammer, are you? Maybe you just unlocked the Sledgehammer and you're wondering about how it performs. Well, you've come to the right video. I grinded gold camo on the Sledgehammer to learn its horrible truths, so you don't have to. We're going to be going over the stats of the Sledgehammer in this video and comparing it directly to the combat knife in Cold War. In my review, in short, this is my KD after getting gold on the Sledgehammer in Cold War. Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name's Sinister Skater. Welcome to the channel. I hate the Sledgehammer. I don't know if I made that clear in the beginning. I absolutely hate it. It was my worst experience in Black Ops Cold War so far, but worse than the skill-based matchmaking or other bad guy. I hate it. It was horrible. The Sledgehammer is so freaking slow. Getting a bit ahead of myself here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you consider subscribing and hit that like button to help ease the pain from my suffering going for this gold Sledgehammer. So to unlock the Sledgehammer, let's start with that. There is a free challenge which requires you to get a double kill with the combat knife in 15 separate matches of multiplayer, which is pretty easy. Boot up Nuketown and you should be pretty good to go. Just make sure that you're not leaving games after you get your double kill because it will not track progress. The other way you can unlock this is by buying the Bulldozer bundle that's in the store right now, and that comes with a Sledgehammer blueprint. But please, for the love of God, do not buy any bundle that they have in the future solely just for the Sledgehammer, because it is not worth it. So the Sledgehammer, stat-wise, it's pretty much the same as the combat knife. It has the same movement, same sprint speed, same damage. There's two key differences, that being the melee speed and the melee range. One of those two traits being a drawback, and the other one being a quote-unquote benefit to make the Sledgehammer unique and have a different play style. The thing you will definitely notice, though, is the melee speed for the Sledgehammer. It is slow. It is painfully slow. It uses like real-life Sledgehammer physics, where, you know, the Sledgehammer is heavy. You have to build momentum to raise it over your head, and then it kind of eases at the top, and then you force it down. If we look at the numbers, the knife takes 333 milliseconds from pushing the button to killing the enemy, and the hammer takes 420 milliseconds, which is almost a whole 100 milliseconds slower. Just straight up, you get killed mid-swing way too much with the Sledgehammer because of the swing speed. It's so slow. You think you'll have the jump on someone, and then it turns out they have enough time to turn around and kill you before your hammer even hits them. This slower melee speed also means that if you melee at the same time as the knife, you're always going to lose. The knife will always win. The knife also has no delay after a kill or in between swings, whereas the Sledgehammer has some major delay on top of its already slower swing speed. You're seeing those swing speeds on the screen right now. For the knife, you can get in about 72 melees per minute, compared to the Sledgehammer where you're getting about 45 melees per minute, which I'm going to say again is extremely slow, and it just ruins the meleeing experience with this weapon for me. The counterbalance, the good part for the Sledgehammer, is that it has improved melee range, which is like in the same spirit as the Cali 6 for those of you who played Modern Warfare. Do you want to know how much that improved range is? It's that. That's the improved range. It's like a foot. It's pathetic. From experience, I feel like the Sledgehammer has potential for a longer commando lunge, but I say potential because the lunge doesn't proc much at all, especially when you and your target are moving. You rarely get the little lunge forward like you just saw in the standstill example on the screen. In my opinion, I think the improved range, like the commando lunge thing from Modern Warfare 2, it's a good idea for a two-hit melee kill weapon like the Cali sticks from Modern Warfare. So that was like a fast meleeing weapon. When you have a slow melee weapon and barely any range improvement, the combo doesn't really work. I think the Sledgehammer needs to do more damage or just something else, because this very slightly improved range just isn't cutting it. Another downside for the Sledgehammer is its longer swing messes up your timing. You have to start your swing early on a moving target so that you can time it and connect with them at the right time, which is almost like a pseudo extended range, because you can start your melee earlier and then close the gap, where you really can't do that with the combat knife. But more times than not, the long swing in the quote-unquote extended range just makes things more complicated, and you'll find yourself missing and then spamming swings on a guy who had no idea you were chasing them, and then they kill you. So if you haven't picked up on it by now, the Sledgehammer is certified trash. The only benefit to it being added to the game is an alternative to diamond special weapons. Instead of golding the knife or the M79, you could gold the Sledgehammer instead, but I don't know why you would opt for the Sledgehammer, because the knife is less frustrating and better, and the M79 Thumper is a pretty decent weapon in this game, believe it or not. So you have to let me know what you guys think about the Sledgehammer down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, check out the links in the description to support the channel. My name's Jim Scare. Catch you on the next one. Peace.